Hanover girl and her duppy friend. When a little girl, let's call her Ashley, was in the 4th grade, she spent her afternoons playing in the bottom yard behind her grandmother's house in Hanover, Jamaica. At first, it was always just her playing, making up games to pass the time. But then one day, another little girl appeared. She didn't think much of it at first. The little girl was friendly, but no one else seemed to notice her. Ashley figured maybe it was all in her head, just a pretend friend to keep her company. But the girl was always there, waiting in the shadows, ready to play. Over time, she found herself looking forward to seeing the little girl. After school, she'd rush home, finish her homework, and hurry outside to play. One day, she told her uncle's girlfriend about her playmate. She expected a laugh or maybe a shrug, but instead, her uncle's girlfriend froze, her face darkening. "That's not a friend," she said in a low voice. "That's a duppy." A shiver ran down Ashley's spine. A duppy, a spirit, a ghost. She'd heard the stories and the warnings. Suddenly, the little girl didn't seem so harmless anymore. Fear covered over her like a heavy blanket. The little duppy girl must have sensed Ashley's fear and started to take a little boy with her, claiming he was her brother.
Follow Jamaican true story.
Despite her fear, Ashley didn't stop playing with them. She was just a little girl herself, too young to know better, too curious to resist. They played school together. Sometimes the little duppy girl would travel with her. It wasn't until her cousin came from Canada that things changed. Her cousin had a gift or a curse, depending on who you asked. She could see things no one else could, and when she saw the little duppy girl, she went cold. "You need to stay away from her," her cousin said, her voice firm. After that, the little duppy girl disappeared. No matter how much Ashley called for her, how many afternoons she spent waiting in the yard, the little duppy girl never came back. It was like she'd never existed at all. Years passed, and the memory of the girl faded, her name slipping from Ashley's mind like water through her fingers. But life had a strange way of circling back. When her mother built a house right where she first met the girl, the memories came rushing back. To Ashley, the little duppy girl has never been a threat, not really. Just a strange, friendly presence that only she could see. And even now, years later, she could still remember how everyone used to look at her, puzzled, as she played and laughed in the yard, always talking to someone who wasn't there.